to this week's Nikki Notes. With me this evening, I have Chantal Jax, Bento, and my co-host from the very first and tonight is Bento.
Hey, what's
up? Thank you so much. We are live from Sunshine Cove this evening, and for those that are tuning in, please do not forget to like and then share this video so that you can have your friends tuning in. And then if you have any questions, you can pop them down in the commentary below or the comment section below. Same, you know what I mean. So this evening, besides having Chantal and Liam as co-host and guest, the topic that we are going to be covering is where to draw the line. Now, you guys are comedians, so before we get into this topic, Chantal, do you mind introducing yourself?
Rude or good? No, kidding.
Honest.
Kidding. Honest. Chantal Jax Fencer, and I've been in comedy for about 3 years now. Original Joburger, and now I'm Cape Townian for about 10 years, and I'm.
It's done, it's out, it's gone.
It was so good because I was about to say I'm a lesbian, and then she played that, and that was kind of my intro song to coming out of the closet. Thanks, Nikki. I appreciate it.
It was the moment that.
So yeah, that's my honesty.
That's your honesty.
I don't know. What else do you want from me?
I don't know.
Well, besides
That's a loaded question.
Right? I'm just happy it wasn't YMCA, because this could be really found out to be a different party.
Liam,
no one needs to introduce
for those that
me.
need a recap, that don't know who you are,
They don't need to know me.
that have not laughed at you before.
Mr. Life Laundry himself, Liam Bento, back in studio with Nikki the first ever co-host for the show, and back to do it again.
Queen.
So, on topic, where to draw the line. So, the two of you are comedians. So, I know your material is life influenced or inspired.
Yeah.
And then Chantal, your material would be
It's stories. It's stories from life. So it's pretty much an open plan of who I am. Instead of like that. Everything that's me on a stage.
And with that being said, and I forgot how to pose this question, and I posed it so beautifully before we went live. So, it's like, I don't know if I can touch on life laundry material.
Yeah. Go.
Okay, so you speak openly about your married life, pre-dating life, and then, but you don't have any of that on social media.
Yeah. That was the whole point of the show. Like, for the people that were at the show, and you and I know one another personally. You know that out on social media, you don't air your dirty laundry out on Facebook, because people do it way too often, and they involve complete strangers in their personal life, and doing that, you're opening yourself up to a lot of bad things. The internet is covered in trolls and people that actually just want to do nothing more than to wish bad on you when you are already going through bad things. So don't put it out there. I mean,
but then you put it out there on stage.
Yeah, look, if people want to know that much about my life, they should pay to see it. All these likes and all the likes on Facebook, that doesn't monetize, right? But bums on seats at a show and people coming to laugh, that's money. So
for that you would share.
Yeah, I'd share for that.
Very uncomfortably so.
Yeah, that depends on all. I think the audience leaves feeling more uncomfortable than I do.
No, it's right. Like, Facebook should be used as a platform to maybe just test the waters of things, but maybe not on a personal level.
Yeah.
You just put things out there that you think are funny, and you can write an entire gag around that where you involve more personal things. But that is there for the stage. Otherwise, you're giving everything away.
Yeah.
And then, in terms of your life stories being the influence of your comedic material. I don't know if that's the right thing to say, but
that's good.
People know what I mean. People won't know, but like, how do you know, in terms of like comfortability around your social environment, like general conversations, and it's just like, okay, wait, this was funny, this whole interaction was funny, I'm gonna use this. As like, how safe are people around you?
Honest opinion?
Yes, honest.
Not very safe. Seriously. Like, yeah, everything you say is going to be material to me if in any possible way. If it's funny, it's going to work, I'm going to do it. So, just don't say it if you don't want to.
But then won't people like be very quiet around you?
That's okay.
But then you're going to sit in silence.
They're not quiet, they like it. The thing is, you're not saying their name on stage. You're talking about somebody else. Is that guy?
Niccolo Machiavelli said it best, right? He said it best in The Prince. It is better to be feared than to be loved. So I'll rather sit in a company and have people around me afraid to speak. That's okay.
It's true.
Yeah, silence is great.
I can agree with you there, dude.
No.
That's more time to write substantial stuff.
But okay, so imagine this. You guys are sitting around a dinner table and nobody knows what to say because at any point in time they can say something that's comedic material. That table's going to be very quiet.
Can we just get real from the start?
That's a colored table.
That like I don't know any friends who own a table, and neither do I. So it won't happen.
Also, at the same time, it's how you use the material. Like you're talking now about sitting at a supper table with dinner table friends, and I've got a gag about that, but it's where I'm sitting at the table with friends, but I don't mention them. It's about my my position in the situation that I'm talking about. So, look, everything in the company it can be used, but it's all about the perspective that you put it into. So if I'm putting it from a personal perspective, people get more of an insight to me. Whereas if I'm doing it to make fun of other people, then it's not going to fly.
It's rude.
It's not only rude. It's disingenuous because the audience can feel that you are separating yourself from it, where you should actually be pointing at yourself instead of at other people.
It's a moment of they gain trust when you make it your story. Then they trust you more. They're more reluctant to, or like they can relate better to you. Stated like that.
Oh, I was going to say awesome, but same man. Half awkward, half awesome.
You got quiet words every week.
No?
Yeah, every week you use comfortability. I like that. It doesn't exist, but I like it.
Is it? Do I?
Every single week.
And it doesn't exist. We have a problem.
Check Urban Dictionary. I'm sure you'll be shocked.
I'm gonna actually do check it. So, thank you everybody that is tuned in. For those that have just tuned in, thank you very much. For those that have been tuned in, thank you very much. For everybody that is still tuned in, please continue to like and share. And then just to go through the comments real quick fast. Cleo Quick Fall, evening ladies and gent. Then we have Reese Mackenzie Newton, 2 amazing comedians. And then Renzo says hello, hi Renzo. And then Jason Juster says Liam Pillow.
I feel like
hi
you guys have a
Jason.
connection.
How are you guys? Like, I don't understand. Like, and the word is going to come out. So the comfortability in the expressing. Liam, where does that nickname come from? Should we know this?
No, it's not even a nickname. I don't even know what Jason's talking about. There's just comfortability that colored guys have with one another.
Me too.
That colored guys have no, we have that with one another. If you grew up in the hood, you have those nicknames.
But there's reasons behind these nicknames, and that's a very personal nickname.
He's never going to tell you the Mari Biscuit story, relax.
Okay.
Clearly Chantal went to an all-boys school.
Hey, I was the biggest boy in my town.
Whoa. Cleo. Hello, Renzo. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Conversation in the
let's have a
comments.
chat in the comments, guys. That's awesome.
Hyena. Cleo says, ask the comedians for a joke there. Live comedy show. But now why must Renzo be the one to ask? Why can't you ask for the joke? Like, why? Okay. So, we touched on the whole material thing and saying. There was one other question that I wanted to know, which is a question that I posed to someone else as well. If anything, what is too serious to joke about?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing is sacred. Absolutely nothing is sacred. It's all in how you position it. Like there was I don't know if you remember it. Like a couple of years ago, there was a big thing about rape jokes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like they went out and victimized. Not they really victimized, but they went after comedians who were actually joking about the subject without even listening to the content of the subject. Like, sure, everybody knows, like, rape is it's a serious subject. It's not something to be taken lightly.
Yeah.
But if you can actually do something to bring it to the attention of how ridiculous, to the attention of the public about how bad it really is, while making them laugh at the same time, people identify more with happiness than wanting to deal with tragedy.
Also, if you shock people, if you offend them in that sense, they will drive home, they will think about it, they will talk about it, and they will start thinking about ways whereas they can contribute maybe in changing that whole chain of events of things.
Yeah.
There's no subject that you shouldn't touch. If you don't touch it, then it means it would never be, well, not never, but there's less awareness of it.
Yeah. But then or like in terms of seriousness, serious issues, and like approaching them with humor and making people aware of it and discussing it, would humor then be considered like a safe platform to have these discussions? I mean, it's a serious topic, but like people are like not going to talk about it. Like for a long time, people were not talking about sex because we don't talk about sex, and then people start making jokes about
Everybody
it.
treats serious subjects in a different way. A lot of people deal with serious subjects in the form of humor. You'll see people in traumatic situations laughing.
Yeah.
Because that's the way they deal with those types of things. So, yeah, I think making light of it maybe will cause that people will actually listen more to the things that are being said instead of shutting down because it feels like an argument or it feels like their opinion's not being heard.
Yeah.
And also in the age of satire, I mean, it makes things so much safer to speak about, to actually gain awareness as well, or to bring more awareness. Like all these political satire shows where they are speaking about political manners, but they've been doing it in a humorous way. It shows that it's a way to attract people to bring attention to a serious matter. So that can be used for anything, really.
Okay. And then just a quick fire question: favorite local comedian? Most inspirational favorite local comedian?
Yeah, that's difficult for me.
Sure, for me.
That is really difficult for me.
Like everyone here, and like here, Joburg, Durban, there are so many unknown local comedians that are doing so much hard work and no one actually knows about it. Like everyone knows about the big guys, the stalwarts that have been around for years, but there are so many unknown comedians that nobody knows about. Me.
He speaks for himself.
Yeah, I speak for myself. So it's too hard to say. Everyone has a different approach, a different delivery, a different style, and I really like. You just want to encourage people to come out more and support and see for themselves.
Yeah.
And that's how names are created.
I wouldn't say like specifically there isn't one specific person who would be the funniest out of the bunch, but I actually do enjoy Yasin. I enjoy Yasin because it's intellectual comedy, so it causes me to sit there and think a bit more, and I like the way he plays with intellect, and I like that because it's clean, intellectual comedy.
Okay, there we go. Liam Bento looks towards himself and in himself for that inspirational. And then Chantal has Yassi for his intellect. And then Renzo commented, Liam, I also want to know why pillow. Please show us.
Later.
He also says humor is a therapeutic platform.
True.
And then Cleo says life's too short to be serious. Laughter equals happiness. Y'all getting very inspirational in that comment thread.
It's like an Oprah thread, isn't
No.
it?
Like, yo, we were hoping for like comments there, man.
Yes.
We want to know, where do we draw the line? Like, where would you draw the line?
Can't
if
ask
you
people
had to-
that. Probably be on the top of the toilet seat.
I said nothing, and I didn't. You're the water crisis is real. And then there was something else I was going to talk about. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Carry on liking and sharing and popping your comments below. It's much appreciated. And then Renzo says once again, Liam, whoop it out. They want to know why. What is up? Okay. Or is it what is down?
Yeah. Depends on who it's for.
Yeah!
Actually, I'm interested. I haven't seen one before, so.
Hey. Slow down.
Okay, so another person that was supposed to join us this evening is Eugene Matthews. Here we go. Wow. Okay.
Oh.
Renzo will draw the line in his underwear, is what I'm saying. Righto.
Yeah.
And you would think he draws spinning lines, no? But I guess the Ford, you know? Can't.
The kak strip is also a line.
Oh, snap, and I lost what I was going to say.
Yes, Eugene
Hi.
Matthews.
Eugene Matthews has got a show coming up. He wasn't feeling so well this evening, so unfortunately he could not be here this evening. But now he's got a roasting session that's coming up for his birthday. And like prior to us going live, it was like where do you draw the line then with Eugene? Because you guys are friends.
Yeah.
Everybody that's on that lineup is friends. So like,
when we said that there's no untouchable subject and there's like basically not drawing the line in anything, when it comes to a roast, there's like literally like nothing. There's not even walls on that venue. Like we will just hurt each other badly.
and you've signed up for this, Eugene? Like, did you volunteer or was it a force? Like, was it like just said, this is your birthday present day?
No, we actually started it a couple of years ago with the whole roasting a comic on their birthday. There were a few of them that were done, and then we realized that you can't roast people that nobody knows because the audience won't understand the joke. Because we'll be joking about something that happened in closed company, but the audience, it's basically like a private joke. But in the case of Eugene's got such a big reach, and he's rather well known, so those people will come and they will understand everything about it. So it's all about who you roast at the end of the day, and also who you choose to roast you. You want to. It's like there's nothing that is untouchable, but at the same time, you don't want someone that's going to come out and say something ridiculously hurtful to actually spoil a relationship.
Agreed.
So you want to try and keep it as professional as possible.
You touch on the things that aren't, if you know somebody very personally, you don't go and you rip their soul out. That's just, but there are things like, you make up anything, it doesn't really matter. To be honest, when Kenwin did his roast, And Eugene should know this. We ripped him apart. We did. And it was an amazing evening. So he knows exactly what he set himself up for.
It wasn't even that great of a roast. Kid one ate it. You see it like that.
Those sorts of things.
Whoa! No! Oh, Russell! We have Ishmael Moses tuned in as well. He says, what's up, Nikki, Liam, and Jax? And then thank you to, I'm going to call out the viewers now as well. Please, if you are viewing this, like and share, and then pop your questions below. We shall answer them during the live stream as far as possible. Kaylin M. Webb, Chad Naidu, Ishmael Moses, Kim Kok, Renzo Quickfall, Riza Maulana, I think I said that right or wrong, Reese McKenzie, Daniel October, Nicole Bester Arense, and Annie Lee Ford is tuned in at the moment.
Hey boo!
I got that name right. Yes.
That's Queen.
Okay, so in terms of you, Chantal, where do you see or what do you have planned for yourself? Short-term goal.
Short-term goals. I've reached actually this year. I've done well since January to now. My short-term goal this year was to host Gay Pride, and I ended up doing it. And that was fire. 7,000 people. I couldn't have asked for anything more. And then my other short-term goal was to be on 5FM, and that will be happening in September. So yeah, it's slow steps, baby steps, but it's ridiculous small things that I set out for myself, and I am achieving them at the moment. And
Didn't you age another year as well?
Yeah, I did. I leveled up to 30. I leveled up, and now I creak in the mornings. And
it's like you just want people in that 30 category.
That is awesome. I don't care what anyone tells me.
He's like recruiting people. Yeah. Come to the dark side. I have beer.
The Grim Reaper of 30. Just come.
It won't hurt that much.
Hey?
When you're 40, then what you gonna do?
Welcome people to 40. It's not as bad as what people think. It's natural progression, and like you say, like once you when you get to 29 is the last time you actually get old. Or further than 29, you just level up every year. So 29 is basically that's where aging stops, and then you just level up.
Yeah, because you just get awesome every year as you go along.
So,
and it doesn't get easier, like any level in the game, it just doesn't get easier.
Facts though, I'm doing pictures of me at high school. Oh my goodness. You like I'm
you
get older, I'm better.
Wow.
This man.
Go on to Liam.
No.
It's a public thing.
No, it's not. Thank you.
Okay, I will download it and share it. You must see the before pictures. Like, I don't know who's that person.
Yeah.
Where's the specs? Are those specs like with a yellow tint on it?
Yeah.
Excuse
me, transition lenses.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
But there wasn't much computer things happening back then.
No.
Because you were like still reading off of like the walls.
No, yeah, basically, yeah. Overhead projectors, you guys, you know you're old. You know you're old when you went to school there and you learned of an overhead projector and you put your bags in a haversack. Or you put your books in a haversack.
Put your bags in a haversack.
You put your books in a haversack, then you are old.
And when you put Prit in the top of the projector so you would have an off period. This guy, he played at Hanover Park. Did you play at Hanover Park yet?
Yeah.
So we were walking past the poster and my girlfriend's standing there and she's like, oh, it looks like a great lineup. There's Mel Jones and there's 2 other comics, and she gave the names. There's her friend, she's like Martin Evans and Lindy Johnson, and she's like, and who's that guy? And I'm like, yeah, he needs new headshots. That's me and Bento.
I blame Dalen for that. There's been a gang of better photos taken, and Dalen still uses that one. I think that he roasts me whenever we actually put me on that lineup.
He roasts you on the poster already, dude.
Okay, Thank you once more for everybody that is tuned in. Please continue to pop your comments below, like and share videos so that your friends can tune in. And then just in terms of comments that's happening here, my word. Ishmael Moses says, what does the leveling up say about me who's 42? Did I clock this game?
No, but
Oh, you did. Isn't that when you've clocked it?
You monk.
Oh shit.
You still have managers left.
that's the point where you don't get a girlfriend anymore, Ishmael. Now you know why you're single.
Ooh. It's time to flip a coin. And then Renzo says 42 is Super Mario.
Okay.
And then he says, wishing you both many, many more successes. Keep up the awesome acts. And then Pila will actually be a cool...
Reese Rising Phoenix Mackenzie.
Right, yes? Yes.
No!
Yes,
no,
Reese,
what?
ask her, she'll tell you.
Okay, she says no.
No,
She says no. And then, wait, but now, okay, unless this no was for Renzo, because that's what the Renzo's comment was. Pila will actually be a cool stage name.
That's what you said.
You can do it over Christmas. Pila vir Kersfees.
That would be that's a good name for a lesbian show though.
That is actually.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm already.
I'm going for my one-woman show next year, so that's.
I've already got the second name, the second name for my second show that I'm not going to do the year.
And that would be...
That's what she said.
Isa!
And that's all he wrote.
Ishmael Moses says, ouch, Jax.
Oh, it's okay. I gave it his thing yesterday. He knows. He's been hurt before.
Oh, my soul. And then, okay, here's my other thing. With you achieving, like, your... Because here's what I find across all platforms, I feel. It's like, the moment you put yourself out there, like, I feel like you only kind of put yourself out there, like, 2016 side. Because then it's like, Liam, what you doing? Nah, I'm dead, look. And then it was like, Liam, what you doing? I got this and that and that and that and that. And the person must put in like a 3-month appointment. So it's like, when you put yourself out there, then like you get to achieve all your small goals. And or if you set goals and you like work towards it, then you get to achieve it. But then your supporters, do you have the same supporters from your small goals to your mid-level goals?
Yeah,
or do you see yourself like just gaining so much, I don't want to say rectum now.
Traction.
Traction
is way better than the latter.
No! I can't deal with these words.
So the front is nice, but the back has traction. Sure. Yeah, that's what they say in prison.
I don't like that whole question.
That question is gone. That question should not be asked.
The gaining traction thing is weird. Like before the first time I did the one-man show, I was on here with you as well, and that show sold out. And the reason why it sold out that quickly was it was mainly like my friends and my families and like people that follow you every day on Facebook, like you like old school friends and stuff like that, which was cool. So they all came through because it was the first show. So last week was the first time I'd actually done a 3-night run, where it would actually be. I couldn't just rely on my own people anymore. It would have to be other people as well. So it's the first. It was a bit weird for me because it's the first time that I've done a show by myself, like doing a one-man show where I don't know everyone in the audience. So it's kind of weird to know that people are actually finding out who I am and they've heard about it and they're coming to shows to come and see it. Like it's weird because like I work at the bank and there was a guy, well-known South African actor and stage actor, and he was there with one of the consultants. I went to him and I introduced myself, and he told me, "I've heard of you." And for me, it was mind blowing because I grew up like watching this guy on stage.
Yeah.
So it's really
It's mind-blowing, but it's a good feeling as well. I mean, it's a good feeling to know that people will actually spend money to come and watch you, entertain them, which means, for me, it's a thing of I know I'm going in the right direction with what I'm putting out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, being me is okay, because that's what I'm doing. And
Yeah.
I guess it's the same for you.
I never really liked me. I'll go out there and be someone else.
Claire, Debbie Downer. Now I know what direction it's
Susan
going.
Sunnyball.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I love. Oh, you're thinking of Suzanne? I'm thinking of Suzelle. Yeah, why? Because I watched that video. I watched that video the other day where she's actually playing both characters and interviewing. Oh, the woman is brilliant.
She's funny, dude.
Yeah.
I want to trend like that.
Woman
Okay, I
Crush
feel like
Wednesday.
we have like a serious question here, but okay. Renzo once more says, about the comedic scene, people's perception is that it comes easy to be a comic. Do you guys agree? I personally think it's a lot of hard work. What type of preparation does it take to have a good show or successful comedic career?
I don't know. What do you think?
I feel like it's easy to be funny, okay? Because that comes inherently
Yeah.
for a person. But it's not as easy to get up on a stage and put a good production together for people to watch. Because people don't see the back work that goes into that.
Yeah.
The administration of being a freelancer or an entrepreneur for that matter. So yes, it's difficult because you're sitting and you're fine-tuning and polishing everything to the most perfect T, where you know it will be something of good value to people. Because you want people to spend money on something that's great.
It's quality.
And funny at the bride doesn't translate to funny on stage.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people think that's what happens, that they stand around a braai on a Saturday and they make all of their friends laugh. They think it's going to be the same when they get on stage, and it's not. Yeah. And then you go and you see people that do that and they get on stage and they die and you laugh a little inside. Because you think it's a good reminder to yourself that this thing is actually difficult.
Because it's easy for us to sit here and go like, hey, you're a dick, and then he'll say like, yeah, but the first one you've ever seen.
Yeah.
And then, but you can't say that on stage and like mean it the same way, man. It just doesn't work that way because there's nobody talking back.
Yeah.
And if they do, you just step on them all.
Yeah. That's why they don't give everybody microphones at the door.
Okay, I'm not quite sure why Emmy decided to comment this and not just ask you straight out. So, Liam, I looked at Dylan's poster too and was looking for you. Honestly, I didn't find you.
Second photo from the left. Second one from the left.
Do you want to share that photo to your page so you see maybe your viewers can find me?
Where's Liam?
Play a game. Where's Liam Bento? I'll Photoshop a little jersey with red and white stripes on it.
Where's Pila? Ask any woman in your family.
And what that said, we need to wrap this up. Social media platforms. How do people go about finding you, booking you?
Facebook, Jax Justice Commedy. Like my page, book me there. I've got a website which is www.jaxjustice.co.za. So, the other platforms are easily to be found from Facebook.
Awesome.
Me, only available on Facebook. I don't have a fan page. I only have a normal page, so we can be friends on Facebook. I deleted Mixit last week. I'm sorry, guys. It was only me and Joe Banker left there. It wasn't working for us anymore. Otherwise, add me on Facebook. I'm not on Insta. I'm not on Twitter. But if you are looking to book me, you can email Andrea Morley at info@animalmedia.co.za.
Awesome. Thank you everybody that watched this evening. You can always watch the replays on the same page. That's I'm not quite what I'm doing tonight. I don't know. I shouldn't do 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock doesn't suit me. Right though. carrying on with the story. There's like something in front of me. Like Nikki Notes, that's Nickinotes. Did I spell that right or wrong now?
I think it was right. Nickinotes. It's like,
there we go.
That's the whole thing.
There we go.
When it was like, I was just waiting for you to say the maximum respect. Okay. That's a radio jingle.
But carrying on with the story, that's where you can find me. Yeah, see you all next week. Oh, yeah.